Hey, I'm Chris Jube. I've been in the glamping industry for the past 6 years, and I used to hear the advice over and over from the glamping gurus. Just need to raise your prices. People said it was like a magic spell, but every time I did, that just meant vacancies and loss of revenue. So then I'd swing the other way and lower my prices to fill vacancies, and then I end up losing money or barely making any. Everything changed this last year when I read Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers. He introduced me to a formula he calls the value equation, and that flipped my thinking entirely. It's not about charging more or less. It's about making your offer feel about 10 times more valuable than what your customer would normally expect. So in this video, you're going to sit down with a real consultation that I had with one of my members in my Your Land is Gold community. His name is Jason, and he has 2 ADUs on his property. Those are auxiliary dwelling units. And he's charging the same rate that I'm charging for my tents. And his ADUs are nice. They've got 2 bedrooms, about 7 people can fit in there. And in his backyard, he's got a mini golf course. He's got pickleball. He's got a view to die for. So honestly, that he's charging $300 a night is a steal. I think he can pull it easily up to $1,000 a night if he structures the value right. So in this video, I walk Jason through the Hormozi value equation, the same one that took me from $100 a night to $300 a night for my tents, and we apply it to his property. You'll see exactly how to raise perceived value without losing guests, and how to turn your property, well, any property, into a grand slam offer. This is the math behind charging what you're actually worth. Enjoy. Yeah, let's get you to $300 a night. No, let's get you $1,000. I think it can be $1,000 a night and booked out
Okay.
2-3 months in advance. Okay, I think that's where you can be. And I'm going to give you an equation. Do you have paper? Because I'm going to give you a teaching session.
Okay.
It's really good. I just taught it up at the American Glamping Association.
Okay, I'm ready.
At the tent. I recorded it, but the recording didn't turn out really good. Micah didn't do that good of a job. We didn't have a tripod and stuff like that. So I'm not going to publish it online. But this is the Hormozi equation, okay? And it's this times this over this times this equals value. So it's going to look like this, okay?
Okay.
And it's important to know what value means. Differentiate from price. Okay, price and value are 2 different things. I think you probably know this. It's basic kind of marketing thought that if you can increase the value of something, then the price follows it. And I've oftentimes heard, especially in the glamping world, as well as the STR world and any kind of marketing world, they say, well, just increase the prices. And everyone will come and stuff. And what that means is you'll have vacancies. And that's what I've always interpreted it. So myself a year ago was thinking, okay, great. You know, these beautiful places up in the Rocky Mountain National Park and stuff, they can charge $300 a night. But me, I have to compete with, you know, my neighbor Jason up the road. You know, so it's like I'm more competitive with a hotel room. And that's where I was wrong. And I left a lot of money on the table over the last several years because I wasn't really dialed into the idea of value versus price. My price will follow. If I can increase the value, price will follow. And so the question is really, how can I increase the value of my venue? And this is the equation. At the top of the equation, there's there's what's it called again? The dream outcome. Okay. So dream outcome times something else. I'll tell you what that is in a little bit. But the dream outcome is really what you want, or not what you want, but what your customer wants to have happen. Okay. And the book that I read, which is this is Alex Hormozi's Money Models book. This is his 3rd of 4 books that he's writing.
And this one is a bestseller. It was like it broke all the records for the best-selling book. He wrote 2 other books, and the first one is the one that I really dissected. I just reread it for a 3rd time. And it's called the $100 million models, or $100 million offers, rather, because we're trying to make an offer of extreme value, so extreme that people will feel stupid saying no. That's his saying. That giving offers so strong that people will feel stupid saying no. And the dream outcome is what we want to accomplish. Now, I'm going to share my screen because I pretty much, well, I'm not going to share my screen yet. The dream outcome for me for glamping, I really had to dial in on this and think, really meditate on it. What do I really want? Because I was doing a whole bunch. My avatar was kind of floating around. Am I really for families? Am I really for couples? Am I really for old people? Am I really for young people? Who am I really trying to sell to? And I narrowed it down to this avatar. And what I mean by avatar is like your one customer who, if you're really trying to aim for, and that is the young couple, guy and a girl, and they have money. Okay, they're not broke. They're not looking for necessarily a good deal. They're willing to pay for, well, their dream outcome. And their dream outcome is significant on my website. I'm saying it's reconnect. And I consciously thought reconnect because they are looking for a venue to escape their apartment or their condo or even their house. They might be local. Who knows where they live? Well, actually, it's Denver, Colorado Springs. About half of my visitors are from Denver and Colorado Springs area. They're not from out of state, which is what I think when I started glamping, I thought everyone would be out of state. And I really didn't think locals would come, but staycationers is a real significant part of my revenue. So they're looking for a venue to stay at, and that's the dream outcome. Hey, if I could, so think of yourself, Jason. If you could take Emily out to a place and just have time together, like just a night or just 2 nights or something like that, just unplug and disconnect from life and reconnect together in a nice night. That's really cool. I'd like that. I think of that with Wendy too. And that's the dream outcome. And then I really had to perfect that. However, at the top of that is that perceived is dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement. Okay. Perceived likelihood of achievement. Because if it's really, your venue is really, really valuable, if that dream outcome, your customer perceives you as achieving that dream outcome. Okay. Like your venue actually will accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. Because a lot of times they say, it's just not possible. Oh, my marriage is so messed up. There's no saving it. You see what I mean? Yeah, like, oh, I can't, we can never break out for the weekend because of, it's so much hassle. We got to pack everything up. And that's really my glampers. Actually, it's not about bad marriages. It's about, then I got to pull all the camping gear out from the garage and I got to go to REI and spend $100 billion on a whole bunch of useless junk. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this, they have a perceived likelihood of achievement through me that is like, oh, everything's set up. Oh, you're going to have some homemade wine there. Oh, you got the fire pit, free propane. You see, like, oh, I'm the perception of achieving their dream outcome is really, really possible. And all of a sudden, and then you want to get the dream out, you want to increase the dream outcome as much as you can and the perceived likelihood of achievement. All you can, all your messaging, all your communications, all your description on Airbnb, your pictures, your photos, your communications with them, the emails that you send, the automated emails that you send them, those kinds of things. Everything is wrapped up into the dream outcome and perceived likelihood of achievement. You want to make that as high as possible. And the bottom part of the equation is you want to make it as low as possible. And that one is 2 other things too. Right underneath dream outcome. So this is the This is what I got written down so far. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Right underneath dream outcome, write down time delay. Okay. Because that speaks for itself. It's kind of like how much time between right when they visit your website or Airbnb to the point of that dream outcome happening. This is why I'll check someone in at 6 p.m. I don't have a time delay. Okay. So if they at 5:45, they say, hey, I want to go glamp at one of those tents. I remove all that time delay. I mean, it's just like I don't have that limit because sometimes we do place those limits in front of people. We put the obstacles in front of them, say, "Oh, I need 2 days advance or something." Do you have an advance notice or not? No?
I don't. No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Because
I cut it off. I think at 6 or 7 p.m. is when I cut it off. So yeah.
Yeah, same here. And then because sometimes it is a spur of the moment decision for them. Not everybody's planning ahead, and that's okay. So, but anything that you can do to remove the time delay, and that actually includes transactions. Airbnb does that for you. I mean, they have everything set up so that they're in their ecosystem, so they are able to connect with you very quickly through their Airbnb system, and they just make it easy for you. The time delay times and underneath perceived likelihood of achievement is effort and sacrifice. And this really goes with things like my camping gear. Camping gear ideas. Like I say, leave everything at home. Don't just show up with your mate and your favorite adult beverage, and then boom. They're like they like get it. Okay, that's all I need. I'm removing the effort and sacrifice from everything they do and try to make it up. And what that does is it increases the value for the guest. And the more I can increase the top of that equation and decrease the bottom of that equation in all my messaging, that value goes up. And that value was that price of $300 a night, which is above even the glamping average. Glamping average is about $250 a night out there. I just got back from the Glamping Association, and that's what they declared that. So I'm above even the glamping standard, where I was far below. I was about $100, $150 a night this time last year, and it was and I'm making a lot of money. It's really nice. It's really nice to make that much. So now let me share my screen. Let's see. I always forget how to share my screen. Here we go. Okay. MonumentGlamping.com. Okay, so you see this all over. I just recently put the phone number and book now button at the top of the top bar, so it actually stays with you as when you scroll through. Okay. Now, part of that equation, why did I put that at the top like that, where it's really easy?
So to reduce time delay.
Yeah, time delay, very very fast, very button right up there. Also, effort and sacrifice. Or effort rather, not so much sacrifice. Effort. It's just easy. Oh, I'm right there. The book now button. Ooh, phone number. Ooh, pick up the phone and call. I'm done. I mean, I could get this done. Dream outcome is reconnect for only $300. So that's a combination of the dream outcome and the sacrifice for only $300. I'm saying it's hardly a sacrifice at all. Okay. Camping outdoors, sort of in luxury. That's kind of a reverse psychology there. Yeah. Okay. So camping outdoors is the effort. Okay. But then I put sort of in there. It's kind of a funny way of saying you're not really camping outdoors, because this is actually a part of my avatar that I really articulated was he grew up camping. She wouldn't be caught dead in a sleeping bag. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of relationship but he really wants to be outdoors with her. He wants to go camping with his girl. She doesn't want to. This is their compromise. Hey, we'll stay in the container, honey. It's got the hot tub right there. Look at that blue sky and everything. It's like I could see those persuasions are coming in. And then in luxury together. Luxury is a girly term. Okay, guys like to rough things, go rough it up. But gals, they want their luxury. Okay, and then together, that this is what it is. And then time delay, book dates right there, right front and center. Their second link there, book dates. I could just look it up right there, or I can explore the venues if I want to think about it a little bit more. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, and as I scroll down the page, you will see some psychological triggers that I'm doing, and all is to increase dream outcome, perceived likelihood achievement, and decrease time delay, sacrifice, and effort. For couples with different ideas about roughing it, one loves the outdoors, the other loves comfort. We get it. So we provide hot tubs, cozy beds, and genuine privacy, so you can focus on each other instead of setting up camp. Everything ready, no extra fees, reconnection guaranteed. Okay.
Yep.
I'm just emphasizing what's included. Everything. Okay. That's the perceived likelihood achievement and also sacrifice, like an effort. It's all wrapped up there. Just bring your favorite friends and consumables. You'll be set to create lifetime memories in the great outdoors. Leave the hard work of camping at home. Go glamping in style with most everything prepared for you. Glamping is the new way to travel, and you'll be glad you visited Monument Glamping. Enhancements are free, $450 of value. So I actually added them up. No cleaning, pet or resort fees. Now, why would I do that? That increases the value. See how that is? That's it versus sacrifice. Like, okay, how much is it going to cost me? How much does it cost me? And I didn't quite say it here, but people. This actually stems off the discussion with Airbnb. Airbnb is getting sick of people charging fees. Their owners charging too many fees, like $1,000 cleaning fee for a venue or something like that. That was actually a big discussion about 6 months ago in the Airbnb world. I remove all those fees. It's $300. I include everything. Okay, cleaning, resort fees, and really. When I look at this, the whole thing, fully fitted bed, sheets, quilts, full pillows, deck area with lounge chairs, grill, fire pit, water experience, electrical for coffee and tea, lighting, recharging your devices, free and speedy Wi-Fi. I spent a lot of time these last 5 years trying to think of ways to nickel and dime my guests. I used to charge $35 per tank for propane. That was my biggest moneymaker, was propane. I made about $300 a month off of propane. Okay. And then I would spend about $400, but $100 for the propane. It cost me about $10 to $15 to fill a tank, and I would sell them for $35. Spent a lot of time arguing with my guests that expected propane, or surprising them when they got there that propane was not included. Okay. There were a lot of people who came and didn't understand, didn't read the fine print. Oh, propane is extra. Oh, I have to bring a lot of people brought their own propane. Oh, but they brought their own wrong cylinder and all this. See how this is all of a sudden an operational issue?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just removed that all of it. And now I just service propane. I've got, did you see, I don't know if you saw the video in the group, but I I didn't buy it. It was Micah gave it to me. It was a big, one of those Tupperware sheds, and that's where I keep my propane tanks in. Now people can even self-serve their propane. So if they run out of propane tank in the middle of the night because they're out there doing s'mores, do they need to call me and maybe I'm home, maybe I'm not? No, they don't. They could just run up to the house and swap a tank, grab the tank. I'll have instructions in there for them. All of a sudden it becomes much smoother. My effort and sacrifice is actually improved. Okay, time delay. I'm decreasing that time delay with the propane because now they can just go get their propane. They don't have to wait for me to come down to the tracker and swap the propane tank. All that, so much, because I've given away so much, I've increased the value of their stay. Honestly, I think $300 is too cheap.
So yeah, everything you're saying is all great. My problem is that I'm giving all this value away, and no nobody knows. I gotta get the message out. My problem is going to be the messaging because
Yeah.
I already have 2 extra propane tanks sitting there for them. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody for my guests.
Yeah. Yeah.
I outfit everything they
Well,
need.
that's
to
why you're
keep
at 5.0
every-
because you're over delivering like crazy.
I'm over delivering. Yeah.
Yeah.
People ask me for dumb I can't even believe it. Like they're like, do I have to bring towels? I'm like, we have 4 different kinds of towels. You know, what kind of coffee? We have coffee for your whole thing. We have the laundry detergent for you. You can just do as many laundry as you want. We've got every condiment and spice. Just cook. And like Rel's wrap, we already got it.
Just
So
show up. Show
we're
up naked.
over
We'll even clothe you.
we're over delivering, and nobody seems to
Yeah.
know it. And you're right, people don't read the fine print, right? They
They're
and
traveling.
that's
They're
yeah,
travelers.
right.
They're just they're punching out at 4:30 and they want to show up at 5:30. I mean, that's what they're doing. So
Yeah.
they're quick thinkers and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, the one thing with the resort fee or the cleaning fee, I have to put that in there because
Yeah.
because of the size of the space, it's I pay somebody $140 one and 180 for the other to
Yeah.
clean that thing.
Mhm.
So
But if you charge
one lady
$1,000 a
said,
night and we're getting them,
well, yeah, if I get $1,000 a night, correct.
then you could
Yes.
afford it. Yeah, that's why that's
Because-
the thinking that I did too, because I did $150 a night. If I charge $300 a night, and my cleaners aren't getting paid per clean like they are like you're doing. They're getting. We've got a system going to where they're getting paid about $25 to $29 per clean, but it's rolled into their hourly rates because we have them pull towels and we have them do other stuff than just clean a venue. So my model is a little bit different, but we again, it was like all of a sudden our operations we started considering our operations when we were building this value equation up. And then it's like, okay, maybe I can rethink my cleaning fees. Maybe I could make my cleaning operation because I'm getting so much and I'm rolling it into the price.
That was a fun session. Actually, this was just a part of the larger consultation. We ended up going into Jason's actual website and his and his amenities and things like that he offers up on his property. But I wanted to share this consultation with you because once you understand the value equation, you actually stop thinking like a landlord and start thinking like a value creator. You dial into your offer and your dream outcome, the perceived likelihood of achievement, how fast guests get results, and how little sacrifice they feel. You can raise your price and your bookings at the same time. That's how you win at this land hacking journey. Hey, if you want help on your own property, join us inside Your Land is Gold at school.com/gold. You'll get access to a lot of my curriculum, personal consultations like the one you just saw, and most importantly, a growing community of landowners who all want to generate income on their land. Because if you're sitting on your land and not making money off it, well, you should join my group and we'll help you turn your land into gold.